This is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they thanking as they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
Good night, good night, good night. Teach and the Prof fans, welcome to another episode, yes, of your favorite weekly program, Teach and the Prof, with yours truly, Teach, and my co-host, Prof. Wagwan. We're up to.
Good night, folks. Thanks again for joining us. We must apologize for missing, 2 weekends, but it was unavoidable. But we're back again at it. And before I begin, I just want to remind you folks out there to don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And also, I would like to thank our new subscribers. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
Yeah.
All right. Our friend, Mr. Sammy, is away on a little vacation. He's in the motherland, and hopefully, when he returns, he has some story for us that we can share with you guys. All right.
Looking forward for that.
So sit tight, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's program. It's a very interesting one and very informative as well. So, my friend, what are we going to discuss today?
The continuous brain drain.
Brain drain?
Yeah, one of the more popular ones. We know the teacher, nurse, and even police involved, and we know doctors, I think, but teachers, since school opens earlier this month, and we have missed a couple of weeks, so we are kind of a bit late, but nevertheless, there's some information floating out there that we just want to...
Can I interrupt you?
Go on.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah, man.
Because you mentioned brain drain and you mentioned other profession. And so, so my company does... my company is a medical recruiting company. And they are entertaining the idea of recruiting nurses from Jamaica.
Meaning more nurses.
more nurses from Jamaica.
I got something, but what if they're sending to leave? But apparently they are.
So
to us,
I've had a couple of conversations with two different people in the company higher up regarding the culture, the island, the people, and all of that.
You having a conversation, or they engage you to pick your brain up?
If they engage me.
Okay.
Anyway, continue, sir. I just thought I would mention that because
it's not getting better anytime soon. Thank you for that information, sir.
There will be more draining.
It's good, and people will criticize that the brain drain thing because they must say, "Oh, people will do it," but the country suffers, whether short term or long term. The country suffers. We're not saying that people, because you're in the US, you're a drain because you're in this government system, in the justice system, and we lost you because you went to greener pasture. But the reality is that the country, the volume is not one or two people. The volume of people at one time,
hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, man, serious impact, and especially on our education system. The replacement is inexperience. Every time we lose hundreds of teachers every year, we have replaced by a less experienced teacher who's going to be green and maybe learning the work. Teachers College does not prepare you 100%. Some things will have to be learned on the job. So in that case, the students would have to suffer for a while. And we can see it in the results, in the CXC results, and we can see it in the right through the system, the level of the education. The level is not what we want. Just we have to be honest. It is just not at the level that we would want our students at various grades to be at. Yes, individual would have system. Parents would have put system in place to give the kids that extra, pay them a little bit more money to make sure. But majority of the students across the country, their parents can't afford that resource is not available. So we would have opened an ideal system that the teachers would have been equipped, experienced enough to, impart those knowledge so that the less fortunate ones wouldn't have to pay, for that extra. So this year, pre the new school year, we have 800 and about thereabout.
You mean teachers to leave?
Yeah, but the greater impact is, as reported to the ministry, is that 400 of the 800 left earlier this year.
Yeah, I think they said 854 teachers have resigned or tendered resignation for the period between January and September this year.
January to September, yeah. Which about half of that was in August by itself, the end of August, right after payday. So right after the 25th of August.
So this was after they received the new pay scale?
The pay would have started a couple of months before that, I think, a month or two before that. August would have been probably the 2nd, maybe the 3rd. Right?
Yeah.
So they waited until the pay dropped, and then them dropped them resignation. And obviously they would have put into place the transfer to Canada and the USA. But the pay no meager no more for walk when, from, you get a little increase and it probably look nice. Say, you know what? We are going straight to the wire. Collect the last one. But the ministry said that they should have given them about 4 months, if I'm not mistaken.
4 months notice?
Notice. At least for them to prepare for if 400 teachers are leaving and you leave August and school opening a week and that's too short to get replacement. So you have to shuffling around, and so it would have been better. And yes, if we'll do a thing, my growth is do it the right way. Just do it the right way. Like everything else, Prof. A lot of Jamaicans are not.
So, if I may interrupt you, I'm reading something from a statement that Minister of Education,
Williams
made. She said, the minister maintained that the practice of teachers resigning without notice was unprofessional, which is true. You don't want to burn a bridge. And that is definitely unprofessional, She reminded educators that there is a legal requirement for teachers who are permanent in the system to give 3 months notice, and for those holding temporary acting or provisional position to provide 4 weeks notification. This is stipulated in section 54 of the Education Regulation of 1980. So yeah, you're correct.
I did say 4, but stand corrected 3 months. So I think that 3 months make a term. Maybe, yeah, because the 3 terms.
I think so.
Yeah, 3 terms in the school year. So As I say, do it the right way. Because the individual, yes, is going to greener pastures. We hear rumors, we hear different things. But I think the majority of them probably make a money and make a better life for them family
Okay,
and
so
themselves.
probably not everyone migrated, but other people went to.
Yeah. So I'm not talk about that. But do it the right way because me would like to see that my decision to move on impact because I do it incorrectly. It's not the move on that about the incorrect way of just getting up, get my pay August and write a resignation the following day. As a with immediate effect. And it's 400
Wait, hold on. Didn't they wait until the new pay increase came into effect, right?
The pay increase would have came into effect before that payday. So yes, they would benefit from the new pay increase. So, and I suspect
so was premeditated. Was it premeditated?
Yeah, because I think that is a motive. That would be the motive for say, you know what? Want a little bit of the new thing. You know? So you'd have gotten the retractive, and you'd have gotten probably a month or two of the new pay. So,
and by delaying your resignation, right? You get that paycheck, and you're going into your new job, getting that paycheck shortly as well.
Yeah. So miss a beat.
Miss a beat.
So that's good. Not missing a beat is good. But my focus is how it impacts the system and the end recipient, which is a student of the whole thing. If finding good teachers and replacement teachers is difficult, even if you give a year notice, 2 weeks notice is going to be worse. So at least you should give the law required 3 months to give the school principal, the ministry time to source, to put in place, especially over the summer holiday, to engage. If you probably have to go overseas, I don't know where, we don't know. I know that a couple Nigerian by way of England who studied in England reached here. I know a couple of Indian doctors doctors with Indian teachers. I had 2 Indian and 1 doctor, Dr. Banjo from Nigeria, studied in England. So 1 Nigerian and 2 Indian doctors at high school. Because of the same shortage. You understand me? But how quick can you get these people in the system in 2 weeks? So the question is, how do you feel about the teachers giving no notice? Can I call that short notice? Absolutely no notice for the new year. Because if you leave after the 25th, you put in a resignation after the 25th. School will open what? What date was September? School open the 4th?
Yeah, the 4th. I think the Monday, the 4th.
Okay. Yeah, 25th payday. Yeah, anything after the 25th, school open the 4th. Come on, that's no notice. How do you feel? Not about the leaving, but just the way. Sometimes not how you say something. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. It's not what you do. It's how you do it. And how you do it, we feel the boy does wrong. And me hear people are back it and say, yeah, this and that and that and that. And some of them kids are, I know the worst thing, prof. Some of them about the teacher's side in the way how they did it. Forget it. Them not deal with the domino effect of how that impact the student.
No, but remember society is bankrupt,
Because the people are not saying anything. Them have the money to try to figure it out. The people who don't have the money, are them attack. Are them on social media. I then up on calling show. And I them same one I go say, but the teacher not good. This young teacher, she don't know nothing. And them not realize say that was a result of the continuous
And
migration the teachers with
it,
them
it,
support.
it could be a domino effect.
Yeah.
And there must be a complaint say, no, the school not a good teacher. Or the
Quality
kids
job.
grades fall off.
Yeah, the quality job and them not know say experience plays a big. Imagine a high school with peer the 2 years experience and 1 year experience or no year experience teachers for the high school.
And you need teachers experience who can mentor these new teachers coming in.
So you need enough senior ones to lean on, to guide, to coach, because as we know, university don't prepare you fully for anything. So we don't know. We don't know how we're going to manage with this. Although the good thing about it, this year was lower than previous years.
Yeah.
And we can attribute that to the increase. So let's mistake. Yeah, we can work with this. I guess most of those who live engage before leaving, they engage leaving before the
school year. Yeah.
Right. But so and then just carry out with it. I know of people who contemplate leaving, contemplate staying and still go. And I know people who contemplate leaving and stay. They engage and then call back or write back and say, them not about to leave. So, my barber wife, she got to Canada and I think about it a long time she was going and she finally get through and she said, boy, she don't need to go. I guess she could have worked with it, but she just carry out with it and she gone. She gone about 2 weeks
So
ago.
She was thinking of changing her mind.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Because most of the people them not go because them love foreign.
Oh, okay.
Them go because them can work with a better pay. The salary you can plan, you can achieve more and stuff. And you might look at this new salary and say, living condition, new place, them in their foreign, some of them, Jesus, peace, mad me, cadena manners. And things that I can't get over at Jamaica, I can't get over other place there. They live in expense, take back, take back some of their salary.
You're not gonna know, but you're not gonna know until you come in.
Until you come. And some of them work with the stories and say, maybe we really for risk it. Some of them say, why me get a new increase, me not really for risk it. Better me stay. So that's how it go.
That depends on where you live. Depends on the school system you fall into. It might not be worth it. But I would never discourage anyone. But you have to plan and plan well. And those don't necessarily take someone's story, to make your final decision. Because one person's situation might not be yours.
And don't have the same aim expectations. The person probably disappointed because the expectation was oversold. So them can't meet it. While yours is more realistic, and if you go, you probably can live with it and with it. So, yeah.
Teaching kids abroad is difficult, especially if you're in an inner city. These kids can be a handful. You cannot, as my friend mentioned, go about doing things the way you would in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And you're learning you're starting over basically. 'Cause you're gonna have to learn how they do things, how things are done, and how parents will react. So. But again, as I said, and I am not just speaking out both corners of my mouth. I know people who migrate, teachers, and I've heard story. And I know people who they have been, and it might be just a person, but he seems unsettled. So yes, he has taught in the Middle East. Don't know if it's Saudi Arabia or where. Yes, yes, teached in Scotland, in England, and he's now, I don't know the person personally again, but he's now in Australia. And that person might be chasing the almighty dollar. Because he's leaving for better pay. Each time he moves, he has even teaching in the Cayman Island. Left the UK to teach in the Cayman Island, then went back to the UK, to Scotland. Then left Scotland, went back to England. So and he might be an exception to the rule, but it's not easy. It's not easy, and let me tell you something that many people are probably not even thinking about. A lot of these countries, Canada, England, the US, a lot of these school administrators, whoever you work in it, are prejudiced. They're prejudiced against black people, and they're prejudiced against foreigners. And I know people who have had a difficult time in these countries because they're black. So take that into consideration as well.
Yeah, you have to know these things before you go, so it not surprise you when you reach.
You might have a hard time.
What about the living expense? You can speak.
It depends on the city that you lived in.
Say New York.
New York cost of living is high. I mean, people live here. We have millions of people living in New York, so you can live here and you can manage. But I mean, the good thing about New York city, you don't have to worry about transportation. We have the best transportation and the biggest transportation system in America, and one of the biggest in the world. You don't have to worry about transportation, right? So you don't have to worry about having a car or insurance, upkeep, and all that, right? If you work outside the city, you can still get around, but you probably more likely, depends on where you work. Outside the city, you might need a car.
It's not a Florida or Atlanta where have a lot of Jamaicans. Those you probably have to get a car.
Those cities, Atlanta, Florida, maybe Maryland, DC, you're gonna need a car. You definitely need a vehicle to get around. Definitely, no question asked. And again, it depends on where in New York City you're gonna live, because each borough is different. The Bronx is the cheapest borough.
In terms of rent?
Rent. In terms of rent. Brooklyn is expensive, but not as expensive as Manhattan, and Harlem is just as expensive.
Queens?
In Manhattan. Queens is not as expensive as Brooklyn or Manhattan,
but not as cheap as
the Bronx.
there's a
And Staten Island, I don't know about Staten Island really, and I wouldn't. It's okay borough, but it's you can still get around, you know. I'm just not a fan of Staten Island, because I'm afraid of Staten Island.
Right? You care to share? While it has nothing to do with the topic, you care to share?
No, it just seems more prejudiced than in a borough.
Oh.
It is more prejudiced than in a borough. And it's the only borough that's most Republican. Ironically, right? It's the borough with the most Republicans in it. Yeah. Every other borough is strongly Democrat.
Okay, for New York. Okay.
Yeah. So
What
the Bronx.
What do you think you could, whether pros or cons, what people who are interested, whether nurses or teachers, but and the teachers, but Jamaicans leaving for better. What else they could look out for?
Well, it's a culture shock. Being in a different country. You won't be able to get your usual stuff. So I don't think it matters nowadays, because being in Jamaica recently, being in Jamaica recently, I was thinking about this other day, like this week, I say, when I'm uptown, it's as if I'm in Miami. You see the same fast food restaurants. You go into the supermarkets or these big box stores, you get the same stuff here as you would in Jamaica, right? And being uptown, you could be in, honestly speaking, you could be living in, and I'm saying Miami because it's tropic, and you get that feel, right? But then when you go downtown Kingston, that's where you're drawn back to reality. Yes, I am still in Jamaica. You see the hustle and the bustle, and so, but I don't think Jamaicans living in Jamaica is missing too much, right?
Tell it to the people who's yearning to go there still.
No, I'm not saying people shouldn't. I'm not saying because Jamaica seems so much more Americanized. There's TGIF, there's Popeyes, there's Starbucks, there's all these American franchise in Jamaica, and the place looks prosperous.
But the money not green enough.
Well, forget about the money. But I'm just saying, how Jamaica look. Jamaica look. I know that's important.
90% important. That's much the place on it. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I'm not saying you're not missing them in it. If people were to leave, if people, I don't know what Montego Bay. I don't remember what Montego Bay looked like. Last time Montego Bay was probably 9 years ago. I don't know what Ocha or Mandeville are, but I'm saying, if you're a Kingstonian, you live uptown, you traverse all these different places, and you were to go to Miami, Fort Lauderdale area, you'd be like, okay. As opposed to 80s and 90s, because of wow. I'm just saying.
So the wow factor is getting a little bit dimmer and dimmer.
Dimmer. But again, I would not discourage anyone at all. That's not the purpose for my statement.
What about the comparative? We are run from crime, Jamaica crime, so better man go,
They're scrambling for it.
trade in the US or Canada. What for US?
All right. So for the US, working in the schools in the US, and depends on the state you're working in, you're gonna have to do these I forgot what they're called, but you're gonna have to be aware of shooters on campus. They have these drill.
For shooters on campus.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
don't do, but we don't do those drills here in Jamaica.
no, you don't. That's what I'm saying.
We have shooters outside of campus, but thank God, not in on campus. So
in depends on where you are in the US.
yeah,
That's something you're gonna have to get comfortable with, right? And even in New York City, you're gonna have to deal with metal detectors are in schools. A lot of schools have metal detectors.
look at watchman at the gate when I real security guards.
No, we have real security guards, real, and some schools are so bad. You have officers posted up outside, just in case.
Another culture shock where I say white police and the place, and it's a school. So
and you're gonna have to deal with different culture. Parents are different. You're gonna have parents from Africa, India, wherever. You're gonna have to deal with these parents.
Yeah, because they're melting pot. Right.
Yeah, they're all individual. They all look at things differently. And so you're gonna have to deal with the children and the parents, right, from these different cultures. I'm telling you, it's because remember now, in Jamaica we're all Jamaicans, right?
We see yourself this way. Yeah.
Are more or less,
Similar.
more similar traits, or we think on
Expectations.
I mean, when I had my own staff, right, I had 8 individuals, right, and I'm saying individual, not just that they're people, but I had one guy from the Dominican Republic, one guy who is Puerto Rican, very strong Spanish, English not that great, but he has lived in America all his life. he came most of his life. Most of his life. He was born in Puerto Rico. As you know, Puerto Ricans are American citizens. So he was born in Puerto Rico. Went to high school here. Right. At some point he came out, but his accent is very strong.
Meaning like your accent is still strong after 20 odd years?
Yes. Yeah. And I did attend some.
Unfortunately, you speak English before, but
and I did attend school here. So
Spanish, you don't have a strong Spanish accent.
I have Guyanese.
Yeah.
I have a guy from Africa, from Ghana. I had a couple of African Americans, native. No, I should say native. Those are, sorry, not native, but African Americans. Born, they're third, 4th generations Americans. And so these guys are all, they live in America, but they're different. The ethnicity is different. I have to approach these guys different. And these guys, they're born in the DR, Puerto Rico, Ghana, Guyana. All right, and some of them came here as grown men, like I did, and they're stuck in their ways, and they look at things differently. Their thinking is different. You know, how they go about doing things is different. And I had to realize this, appreciate it, and try to understand each of the guys that
Devise a way how to approach each other.
yeah, I had to understand how to know, how to really get to know them. So it's the same thing with the parents. You can approach every parent the same way, you know, and you will feel comfortable when you meet a Jamaican parent.
You say, at last.
But however, hopefully this Jamaican parent is not Americanized.
That's a different kettle of fish that no.
That's a totally different kettle of fish. You know, so there is a lot to consider. You know, it's not easy just picking up and coming to a strange new land. You know, because
and plus you have to deal with the homesickness thing. Some of them might suffer.
Oh, Jude, I am still homesick. I am up to the day. I'm still homesick. Still, you know, I don't think it leaves you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know any Jamaican who's not homesick. I don't know any, and I'm sure they exist.
Yeah, man, that makes this one. You look like you draw your circle carefully.
I know they exist. I know there are ones out there who say who they never go back to Jamaica. I don't understand it, but that's not for me to understand. It's not for me to understand. To each his own. But me, I am still homesick. They come back. I've been back home a little bit over a month. I'm still homesick.
I think you're worse.
Yes.
It's like you miss something, but you not familiarize yourself with it and get opportunity to mingle with it. You know, say over there some far fetch, so you miss it from a distance. No, you got touch it for 3 weeks. I said, Jesus, please.
I am glad I touched it. But so and listen, these places that you're going to, they are very cold. Understand that part. They're very cold.
Yeah, got the Canada. We're not to touch the weather, don't.
Okay.
Wow.
And especially now we're approaching fall. So fall officially, it's officially fall. Today is fall. Saturday for me. Saturday. It's 12:46. It's fall, right? So the days are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. We're going into winter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by November, when we jump back or fall back an hour, by 4 p.m. or minutes to 4, it is pitch dark.
4.
So you have less sunlight by 4 p.m. Less sunlight.
So yeah, now I'm sunlight. I go New York already, and I wonder why the day now end 8 o'clock. I think
that's summer.
Yeah,
that's summer solstice.
Yeah, my sister. That was my first time in New York. I say, so the sun has set.
and you know, there are other parts of the world where it's
never
10, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock still sun. But yeah, it's that summer, which is the best time of the year because the days are longer. But
the sun's going down now in almost at the end of September.
Days are getting shorter and shorter.
When it's set now.
So Wednesday was the last day to have a 7 p.m. sunset, I think. So every day after that,
it gets shorter and shorter.
It gets shorter and shorter and shorter. So, but even today, by minutes to 6 to 7. Yeah, by minutes to 7, by quarter to the place is dark up. You know, so you gotta take that into consideration.
A lot of things, man.
It's gonna get cold, it's gonna get dark, and that is when you really get homesick. You know, because you mostly spend most of your time at home. It come like you're almost hibernating as a bear, because you go work, you come home. Unless you're a party animal, they have money like that to spend to go to parties. But if you're here, and you come with a plan,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's not you then. So it's gonna be work. Yeah, you may go to dinner and blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's work home, and less sunset, less sun or sunlight time. You know what happens to the human body, right? You know, it affects your psyche. You get depressed at some point, you know. And then if you're in a strange country with no support system, then it gets harder, you know. And if you're in the UK, you're 6 hours ahead, right?
Time difference again, yeah, bigger.
Time difference again. You know, you have a job. You have to go get up early and go work the next day. You can, you know, when you're home from work, we're still at work. By the time we get home, right, 6, 7 o'clock, you're in bed. You're asleep. You know, so for you to have a conversation with family member back home, it's gonna be what, weekends.
Weekends, maybe.
You know,
You
and
can't get
depends.
time, yeah.
You know, so you gotta put all that.
All of that in thought. And what about the clothing, the dress code, the dressing that got changed in different seasons?
Well, depends on where you live again.
Yeah.
It's 3 seasons,
Not
right?
one for Jamaica.
For closing. Eh?
Not one for Jamaica, like Jamaica.
That one
One,
for Jamaica. I mean, there are 4 seasons, but for clothes, it's really three
three.
seasons. So you have summer, and then fall and spring is the same clothes to wear, and then winter are different, and that includes not just clothing but footwear. You know, accessories. You need a hat, scarf, gloves. You know, you need the winter shoes or the snow. You know, waterproof. You know, so you need a heavy coat, light coat, medium weight coat, raincoat. You know, so and I
Different kettle fish where a teacher might wear the same clothes for the 3 terms in Jamaica. And you have to have a different mindset when you're choosing clothes now for the school year.
yeah, you know, you're gonna start out September. It's a bit warm, so you have on summer-ish clothes. You know, to get to close to the end of September. Cause right now it's so right now I have every window in the house is locked, closed. Right.
And it's
Last
not
week
because of security reason. It's because of
it get chilly. Temperature go down. Last week them time you know we have window open. You know.
the difference a week makes.
Yeah. Even that day can make a difference because right now you get up in the morning, 5, 6 o'clock. You know, it could be in the 50s, low 60s, right? You leave what you probably need a light jacket, right? If you're at work and say you go out to get lunch, you don't need a jacket. It's warm. You get warm. By the time if you leave work, depends on what time you leave work. If you leave work 5 o'clock, you're probably all right. But if you leave work 6, 7, 8 o'clock,
I get cool again.
you are going to need a jacket that you wore this morning.
There's a lot of things to consider, but I guess we learn them as we get by. If you have never been to the city or state that you're venturing to, it all take a look at learning.
And go Google stuff, go on YouTube. For me, because Google Earth is a good tool to use to familiarize yourself with the neighborhood or your route to work and how to get to work and all that. But be prepared. It is it's gonna be quite an experience. Nothing you're used to.
Get the money, save it, and do some investment back in Jamaica.
And there's nothing to be afraid of. And just so you know, I'm not trying to scare anyone.
Yeah.
Just scare you.
But you have to do what you have to do in the end. We wish you all the best. All 800 that left this year. We wish them, especially the 400 that left in August or September. We wish them all the best. Don't forget us. Get some experience. Come back in the system if you can. Teach others. Because we value the direction that we need our country. With the help of all of us, and of course the government have to be the support and the driver of that, and the encourager of that. But nevertheless, if we can help by coming back sometime in the future, really come back. And I love little rock, we want to see we kids them successful, and we want to see the growth of each family, every generation better than the one before. That is the design, and knowledge is an essential ingredients of that growth. The basic, the start, the middle, the end, and beyond. So we have a good start and a good foundation, which a lot of the teachers are foundation teachers. It's gonna be rough, and we don't want it rough, or we want it easier for our kids. When I retire, I would love to just look and say, boy, we come a far way as a country, and I would like to know that some of the teachers that have gone abroad and get some experience come back. And
something. So Jamaica is complaining. So it would appear there's a shortage of teachers, right? And nurses in Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
But there is a shortage in the UK, in Canada, and the US as well.
Yeah.
Teachers here do complain about
salary.
The salary.
Mm-hmm.
They're not well paid and all of that.
But the bad salary for a US teacher is a good salary for a Jamaican teacher.
But you're gonna get you get an American salary,
mm-hmm.
And you also get America cost of living as well.
A lot of people don't take that in consideration until they meet head on. Mm-hmm.
The grass look green on this side, but I'm wondering, why is there a shortage then? Why do we have a shortage? I can understand nurses because of COVID.
But that predated COVID, the shortage, yeah.
I was going to say that as well. So what's causing
it? Lack of something driving them away. But as I said before, we don't think in dollar to dollar until we reach there and start spending dollar to dollar. We always take out our calculator when we hear our salary abroad, and we multiply it from it was 2 to 1, 5 to 1, 10, 15, 20, 30. Remember all of them changes there, 70s was 2-1. 80s, Adasiaga was 5-1 peg. 90s moved the peg.
Yep.
And move. And it now start running it there for 150 at now. But how was I calculate the salary? I was saying, no, you know what we can do with this? We're not talking about living expense. Say it's going to be higher than Jamaica because right now a lot of things are, it's better you buy it at Jamaica than buy it abroad. Trust me.
It work out cheaper. You know what I think? What is the cost for a one bedroom
Cost?
apartment in the Bronx?
Rental.
Yeah.
$800 a month.
So a one bedroom, $1,850. $1,850.
What? Bronx? I remember you tell me, say, it might highlight to you, I remember say it's a Bronx lower, Queens and Middle, and it's a Brooklyn mother higher, and so all the lower one for the 1.8 per month. You know how much money in Jamaica? You want to calculate the Jamaican dollar to 1.8 a month?
Yeah, I'm not calculating.
We're afraid to do it. Yeah? Come on, man. You must say $800. Isn't that $800
Why would it be $800?
a month? That sounds reasonable.
Okay. You know what the average rent for apartment in Brooklyn is?
No?
$3,350.
The teacher they must all get living apartment free dance. Them really go responsible for them own, so they might get the salary they'll take it back in the rent. Oh, I mean, no say it's expensive, but minimum no say this expensive. No, that sound.
Man, I don't know how true this is. The average rent for one bedroom apartment in Brooklyn, New York, $4,250. So one information comes from Rent Cafe, the other one is coming from Zoompa.
So me get my nice multiplied by $150 my salary. I say, wow. And then me get a 1,800 a month apartment. I'm
Yeah,
actually
all right.
decent, like I'm used to live decent at Jamaica.
Okay,
Right?
okay. Let's say you find something cheaper for 15 for one bedroom
15.
in the Bronx.
Right. So, all right. So we're the below average, right? So we are talking about 25,000. 225,000 a month. Jamaica gonna pay them something there, brother. You gonna pay them something there. $225,000, brother.
Well, the thing is, so you won't have to pay water or heat.
All them little variables there where we're not used to.
But you're gonna have to pay for light and gas
Separately. So we pay in Jamaica, we pay light, water, and cable. What you say now?
Yeah, so you're gonna pay light, gas, and cable.
Water is free?
Water is free in apartments. Water is free.
Oh.
You only pay water
That's in our rent.
if you have a house. pay water.
Oh.
I provide their own heat. But if you live in a building, the landlord provides water and heat. They just have light, gas for your stove, and a cable.
Mhm.
If you want cable. Yeah, cable not necessary. A lot of people do streaming nowadays. You know, I don't have cable. You know,
I still have,
I still have to pay for internet though.
yeah, I have cable because it come with a bundle with a telephone. I have telephone landline, you know? You have landline?
No, I canceled that last year.
Still
I
have
canceled
landline.
internet cable. I kept the internet.
Oh, so you just get the internet alone.
Yeah.
I still have all three.
I used to, but no more landline because nobody was using it.
When this ring, I know who I call, but it's not my call. Never.
Same thing with me.
Nobody knows my phone. And I
That-
mind using I know. Nobody knows my phone.
Then, brother, you're preaching to the choir. That was me last year.
Yeah.
It's in my name. Me not give nobody the number there. When the phone ring, me not answer because it's not my call.
Same
That phone,
thing. But I
that phone ringing for one person only.
have it from me. I work at Cable and Wireless. The same number.
Oh,
Yeah. And the company used to give a discount when we just get it
yeah.
until we move on and we start playing full on it. But now it rolling at the bungle. And it come like a cable alone we pay for. Our internet alone, basically, we pay for. So
Okay.
it no bad way to have it, in a burden financially to have it.
Oh,
But we don't use it. Nobody knows some have it.
I
So
think
it's my wife, and a few people call her on it. One of them was her auntie who died, so that one less now. Them is our godson. He want to call her on it, because he have land phone too. So his mother have the same bungle stuff. So in a cost to die to use it. And if she have a friend who can't get her on the cell phone,
they call us.
really need her, them a call. I'm gonna take up call and I say, what should they? I call up on her cell phone. I'm gonna, you understand me? So few people, but it's just here. It is just.
I think mine was $25.
And not in my modern phone. It's not in my modern phone, you know.
Oh, we have dial pad.
Yeah. Why? Not even cardless. See card.
So wait, that is plugged into a wall
Yeah. No, to the
modem.
modem.
Okay.
So the modem have the Wi-Fi cable and this, right? Depend on a computer there, sir.
So it's not truly it's not in the true sense a landline anymore, no? Right?
Why? Well, the modem no connect. Yeah, a landline still just have a system in between.
No, but you get the cable, no fiber.
Still landline.
If you lose power,
Oh, that's what I thought about.
yeah, that's true landline. If you
Independence of the cost. All right. As a cable, as a telephone, you're right, because our landline really works. It is powered by GPS. It is backed up by a generator, and the generator is backed up by batteries. So it never loses power, because if GPS goes and there's a delay in the generator chipping in, the battery keeps it on for the generator to chip in. Because I used to install the battery some rotted batteries, you know. Yeah, man. And
Yeah,
the
so
generators there. So it light gone, yeah, phone.
phone work. If there's an emergency, your
Like
phone
gone,
work.
like when we have a power surge too long, and the
Yeah.
whole chip out, including the phone. When we look on the modem, let's see everything red.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
If there's if there
In
if
that sense, you're right. I was
yeah,
thinking online because it's connected to the house in some sense, you know. But
yes, but you know what I'm talking about, 'cause you know the cable thing.
they put it that way, yeah.
Yeah.
In hurricane time, we have phone
The phone still work.
to work. It does mean that the generator department, maintenance department, works overtime in providing.
Keep it up here. So if a hurricane now, huh? No cell phone, no phone.
Yeah, I remember when it was real landline back in Portmore and Hurricane Sandy, I think,
Mm.
Ivan and them one day, and the power cut down to a little bit of while, not as much as Gilbert,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. Um, we're good. Phone
Phone
wise,
still
we're
work.
good.
You can call people. You all right?
Jesus, please,
So
you know, you mentioned it. But if you're all right, we can't call nobody, and nobody can call me.
that yeah.
Cell phone. I think, oh, cell phone. Yes, I that we do. No, me I remember. Charge, car charger, I feel good. And you turn on the car, and, yeah, and charge. So if you have gas in the car, so you gas a generator now, the car a generator, and you charge at the phone them.
No, what you should do? You should get um solar powered power bank.
Power banks.
I don't make a full of sun, so you can't lose.
Yeah, talk about that. We should have solar house. All of my roof should have panel.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, we all should. Barbados have I think have a better program for a while now where the government assists in everybody going that route. You know.
It's up here.
Yeah. We have NHD giving loans. I don't know how much it is utilized. I think it's safe to say it's underutilized. I called them the other day,
Mm.
meaning this year, a couple of months ago. I saw an ad was sold, so I called about the availability of the loan and if the program is still there. Them say, yeah. And then I've never called any government assistance bureaus, and I'm so eager to get information and rope in.
So that means it's not being
Do
underutilized.
they didn't have nothing to do them glad with somebody. I might say, no, I'm not ready to get my information when you come in.
They're ready. They're ready. They're ready for install.
Cheap loan. And I'm asking if me know the cost of what me not think of.
Electricity bill.
Yeah, no. Yeah, them asking that, but the solar people, they ask me those things to find out what I need. What I plan, list all of my appliances and all of that. And but NHD willing to cover it. And when I tell them the cost, but the supplier, they must say them can cover it 100%.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
So money's there. And I think it underutilized now. So I talked to my wife and she said, not this year. Because me the kind of, she said, no, next year.
Oh.
January, we'll go back to it January. Because after all the things were, dip on the list. And
How many solar? How many company is there? Solar company in Jamaica.
I couldn't tell you now. There are the small ones and some medium and some big one. This one is TikTok. I see it from, TikTok.
Some of them offer them. So are they gonna provide you with batteries where you can store unused electric, or will it go back into the grid?
Yeah, but JPS offers that to sell back to the grid. I don't know Yeah. JPS is a problem though. No? Selling back to the grid, my previous company put up a whole heap of panel and we have contemplate how to deal with it. So we have to do the information and get the information from. And JPS, to come on the grid, JPS, they want to charge the company millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. I said, oh, me go sell you, but me have to pay upfront to sell you.
How?
Oh, we had several meetings about it. Oh, you know, how it makes sense. Is that, and the only conclusion I make, maybe me wrong, but they might discourage you from going because them lose.
How much do them do?
Them lose. When you are not a full 100% reliant on them lose.
Yeah. How much do them do then?
So they might deal with oil and I generate it and I sell it back. And then my power company will sell them to also. When the need for that is less, then profit will go less. So they must make it hard for them to discourage you from going on the grid.
And it's funny enough, here Collinson encourage you to get solar. Then Collinson doesn't charge you anything.
And I think the government probably itch to because the government still have 20% shares in JPS. So them can't go all out either.
I can't forget interest right there.
Yeah. It's a cycle of crap, you know. But it's still, if I fight, if I swim upstream until they reach there. And I have solar heater. The house comes with solar heater. You get a one panel and.
So our one panel?
One panel, the tank. It's have it for 8 years.
Panel up on the roof?
Yeah. No problem. Water at like fire same way after 8 years, so you know. So that is good.
I think I signed a 20-year contract with my solar company.
20 years?
Yeah, that's how they're gonna recoup the money.
Oh.
God, I'm not paying nothing for installation.
Okay.
Nothing. Before we go though, I'm gonna ask you about this thing a year ago wrong. With SSL, that's what the name. And Mr. Bush will come out and say something about it.
Stocks and Security Limited. I think yeah.
Yeah, Mayor Bush will come out and say something like the government wicked and them a charge. The government never charge poor people, taxpayers, to pay back Bolt.
Bolt is a investor. One. So why Bolt? Because somebody Bolt. But me hear it, and the only thing me hear coming out of the government, we SSL and money from the people of Jamaica, you know, that people commonly call government money, but it's not really government money. The people's money is staffing, paying the staff. I don't know if it's everybody, but a significant amount of them during the investigation to have MOCA and other investigating bodies access and for the staff to assist them in digging to the truth, assuming say real digging are going. So let me assume I don't know otherwise. So them pay the salary. It's a hefty salary. These people get some good pay. So it's going to take some money out there, but it's not to pay back Bolt or any individual investor to recoup their money. So yes, SSL is involved. Yes, money is involved, but not the way some people are put. I've not heard it in Parliament. I've not heard it on a speech. The only thing we hear coming from the Minister of Finance is that. And after that, me hear the rumors. So me can see the tie what me hear to what.
So either people don't understand what's being said, or people just want to spread false narrative, I guess.
Or somebody have.
Or is it political?
Yeah, somebody have I just like I talk to some other people. I mean, I know, and I talk to the public, but
Because
oh, and Buju. They mentioned Buju. You know that Buju made a public appearance on the PMP conference this year, last
yeah,
week.
I saw that.
Buju, who speaks out against politics and
Politics and
things
all
like that, and Rasta mix up in a this and that, and the whole of them are this and that. I'm surprised.
I was surprised, so I was shocked, but I don't. And
And look what gets that. Remember, same daughter is a JP candidate. She ran against Peter Phillips, and she lost to Peter Phillips in the last election. Right?
Oh yeah,
And she narrowly lost. It was closer than most people thought.
yeah.
Peter was saying that we're going to re-elect, seeking re-elections. And most people thought after the election that he would have resigned before the term is ended. And at the time when he announced that he's not going back on the pending resignation during the term, she was clear favorite to beat anybody them used to replace him. And then she and him had some problems in COVID about what he was saying, and she come out and say, talk against him, and him go back.
I mean her father.
Right. So she and Buju, they have some little thing that go on and thing. And him but no politician. No, we don't know what that's all about. I don't know what was that all about. His T-shirt was yellow, but it was his image. It was no image of any politician. Somebody don't know where I promote. It could be a tactical move on his part to put him back on the lips of people and get some international coverage. Maybe an album will come out soon. I don't know. Then probably animal probably I use them. Me don't know. We have to just wait.
I had no idea his daughter was in politics.
Yeah. I remember one. Google it. Some other marry.
But I before I Google that though, but in the Jamaica Gleaner, there's an article stating that it will cost taxpayers at least $50 million monthly to pay the salaries of workers and some operational expenses as stocks and security limited.
Mm-hmm.
The private investment firm, blah 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 blah. At the same time, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark, who disclosed the preliminary figures today, said the situation is not similar to government's bailout of failed financial institutions during the 1990s crisis. So, so this is not if there was a bailout, it would not have been a JP thing because during the 1990s,
no, it would be
the National Party was
so the financial minister
was a governing party at that time. I'm just mentioning.
Don't compare to the similar thing of the 90s, basically.
Right.
It was more widespread in the 90s. It was more company, more money. I'm not sure if I agree with keeping the salaries of so many people open for that cost. I by the necessity. What if it did close and we get full access? The investigator have full access. Don't the investigator have experts at computer? Them can plug it in. Them can boot it up. Them have the password. Them don't have the password. Them have experts. Them can bypass all of that. These are experts.
Computer forensic, but maybe it's cheaper.
What is cheaper?
But
$1 million versus the computer expert. I don't know. That's how much the win is. I'm not sure where the win is in paying that money per month.
Well, however, this week there was an article saying that SSL gets US $1 million insurance payout. Government funds no longer needed.
So that's the latest.
That's the latest.
Oh, so then they insure the company insuring that.
So that's one, yeah, US $1 million.
Hold on, when them exhaust that, you can close it down, wrap it up.
Well, let me say the mentions that. I know there's a mention of decreasing the staff.
Okay.
With this new development, no taxpayer money, no government of Jamaica resources, no public funds have or will be used to support SSL in payment of any of its employees or any other of its expenses. The government has faced public backlash after Clark announced earlier this month that staff at the private investment and brokerage firm stayed off the job in late August to protest the non-payment of the funds.
Staff?
Staff, yeah.
Staff? Protest?
Staff.
What are they? Protest who? The government?
Staff at the private, yes, for non-payment of the funds.
So somebody extend the olive branch to you, and you don't get the money by the time you.
Yeah, well, listen, if you work, you need to be paid, right?
Lucky them at work. Because some of them were they know still be involved.
Probably is possible, but then that wouldn't that be a shame? Because then that's double dipping.
And yeah.
Clark sought to clarify that the money was not directly from tax collections, but from proceeds of ill-gotten gains recovered by the government's Financial Investigation Division. Commentators on the opposition People National Party dismissed the distinction about the source of funds and demanded to know all the costs involved in the probe and for how long public funds would be used.
Yeah, are still public funds. No matter where you get it from, are still public funds. It might not taxation, fine, it's not taxation. So that kind of ease it a little, but it's still all funds going to the government, no matter where its angle and source is public funds.
Clark said approximately 2/3 of SSL net salary bill for August was paid last Monday without any financial support from the government, and the other 1/3 had been paid earlier by SSL. Some 22 people are employed at SSL, and their total monthly wage bill is $9.5 million. There are also other operating expenses of $5 million monthly, in addition to one-off fees for legal services, among other things. It should be noted over that complete removal of SSL as a contingent liability of the government of Jamaica requires a final determination by the court on the issues surrounding who has proper authority over SSL, whether it is the Financial Services Commission's appointed temporary manager or the SSL board appointed trustee, the minister said.
The regulators, they cannot be affected also in the whole saga because they are the oversighting bodies and they should have jumped in earlier. Mm-hmm. The flags were there, the conversation was there, the warnings were there, and then failed. I say, fix it. This wrong, but fix it. This wrong, but fix it.
Fix it.
And it not fix, and it get bigger and it mushroom, and so they replaced the president. They said that they must sign somebody new because the previous was found wanting. So yeah, regulate and not regulate. Simple. Too much friend. Well, I know my friend, Well, in Jamaica, they all
know each other.
Yeah.
They all hang out and smoke cigar and cognac.
Yeah.
Or brandy.
That's a problem.
Because it's a small circle,
At Jamaica. In the scheme of things, it's a small. Imagine, in those times, if you're over, think about it, if you're over 50 and you go to university 18, 19, that in the 90s, early 90s.
Mm.
Chances are, 90% chance at the University of the West Indies. If you stay at Jamaica. You understand me?
Yeah.
Everybody 50 and over, and which most of them at that age group, and them at the end of the, regulators, the financial companies, government, all those different entities. Them probably got some together, and them achieve together in the same era, and them hang out together, so.
Yeah.
So no matter where you come from, Maniville, you go Huey.
Right. No matter which part of Jamaica.
So,
it's important. It is important in this day and age that people get the right information. Because there's so many different medium or media outlet and I'm not talking about reputable media outlet. I'm talking about the internet.
social.
And, people are there's a lot of misinformation.
If I probably change the name from social media because social probably have a misunderstanding. A casual media.
But something, what I don't understand is it laziness or because I heard Budget speak. I heard what's her name? One that was involved with Tony Rebel.
Queen Africa.
Queen Africa, and then there's someone less popular, less known, and she was vulgar and rude and cursing Prime Minister and even telling him where she's located. Come for me, yeah. And I was like, are they saying that taxpayer is going to pay back the money that SSL stole to the investors?
Yep.
And my that is song right.
Yeah.
And I say, no, what? I'm not gonna buy with myself. Let me Google it. Let me look it up. I'm gonna reach out to you now. I'm say, no, you know what? I'm reach out to you. I'm being lazy.
Yeah, join the list.
I join the list. Me gonna do more research. And I don't understand why people don't do that nowadays. When you know that not everything you hear is true. Why can you not do your own research?
My brother, my big brother, usually put out things until I start checking on it early, like not anytime close to now. Things are rated. Thanks, bro. Today, I go to everything you put, do your own research. Right hand at the bottom of the video.
Do your own research.
Do your own research.
Let's take what I say. Come, my brother, I forgot what it was. Younger brother, he was trying to convince me of what he's saying. And I would tell me, if you go look it up. I said, no. Me don't need to look up anything. You're trying to sell your argument. You're trying to convince me about what you're saying. You look it up. I am refuting what you're saying, and I have my facts. If you want to convince me about what you're saying, you look it up. Don't tell me to look up anything. You look it up. Again, that's being lazy. If you try to convince someone of whatever argument you're making, then again, do your research.
and a point to note, in doing the research, please don't carry other people's opinion as facts of doing research. Get this research from reputable
source.
It might not be true, but at least you can use it as reference. But don't get a TikTok video of somebody and say, where you get the fact from the internet? Or Google it, and that is good enough. Who you Google? Where from the internet to get it? And send a TikTok video or a YouTube video of some individual where you know a clue where this person get them information from.
But you know what I'm gonna say? The media, a spew propaganda too.
Traditional media, a spew propaganda.
Yeah.
But at least you can be accountable. You can't hold the man on TikTok accountable, brother. If the Gleaner say, the Observer say, CNN say, Time say, you can't hold them accountable if it's wrong. You can't
individual. You don't know who this person is.
You can't say, but Abuja said it, and Abuja normally and I'm conscious. Everybody have agenda.
Everybody have an agenda. You don't know what the person's ulterior motive is. So, do your homework. I don't understand why people just
collaborate the stories, cross-reference. Don't take it from one source either, yeah?
This is stuff, and sometimes this is stuff on that's old news.
Refurbish old news.
And they run with it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine somebody I get the news from TikTok?
Yeah, man. TikTok a new college, Are you university, I hope people refer to time TikTok.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. I didn't know. Some of things are good. But like everything else, you have to save.
So,
you have to save because you have serious people, serious minded people on TikTok. And you have eyeglass on TikTok like everything else.
So my company I mentioned is a medical recruiting company, right? Also have a paraprofessional division where we hire people to assist
small matters, bigger matters,
kids who are disabled.
People
who are challenged, and they could be assigned to a child in a classroom.
For aid.
For aid, right?
Yeah.
So we have classes that we teach, and these people who want to be paras, they come in and they sit for a day in a classroom, 8-9 hours. Then at the end of the day, they take an exam.
One day,
yeah. But it's a long day.
Yeah, it can't be that long, but go on.
In other countries, they're not trained. I won't say.
Not at all.
Not at all. I won't say. And we're talking about industrial country, first world, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so I say today Saturday, but Thursday, because my office is next door to the classroom. And I heard the teacher say that a lot of schools, New York City schools, are now posting the educational video or stuff on TikTok. And I'm like, did she say TikTok a while ago? I say, and I was like, shit, TikTok. Yeah, because you said that's where a lot of
A
kids
lot
are.
of people, yeah.
No.
They have a reach, yeah.
So
Anyway,
you have to reach a target audience, I guess.
yeah.
But I was shocked because I didn't know serious people actually.
TikTok, hey, let me tell you something about TikTok. You think we know beggars. Yeah, beggars in the mall,
Yeah,
subway, stoplights.
everywhere.
All right. TikTok.
Highway,
Yeah,
busy
TikTok.
road.
TikTok is a new place. TikTok is a new place for begging. I'm at about
Begging?
international begging.
I mean by begging.
You don't really know where I'm going. I really.
No, I don't. I don't have a TikTok account.
What?
So, talk to me.
Have you ever heard the term tops and roses?
No, Tops and Roses.
Tops and roses.
TOPS
No, two different things. Tops, tapping the screen.
or
Tap the screen.
TAPS.
Yeah, tap the screen. Taps the likes.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
have a video, if this was TikTok live, it has to be live, If you tap the screen, the phone screen, the art them go up, and it favorable to the person, the host. Roses have a cost. You have to have money, and you, the viewer, have to have money to send gifts to the host. Roses are Roses probably the cheapest gift. Taps
Okay.
is free. So taps is free, but it benefits the likes benefits the
Right.
host. Roses are the cheapest gift, and the gifts go up. You have things by here like I see some of the video them that there's screenshots them, Interstellar, Lion, all kind of stuff, universe, gifts
And those are associated with a
gifts.
numerical value.
Right, where you the viewer tap up your account and you purchase these things from your account. So you have to run your card to TikTok. You say you have $5,000, $10,000, probably $200, $300, $1,000 US to purchase from the gift section to these hosts. And them are beg you. Someone said the begging part go now. Hear the begging part go now. Me eared. So beg you a lion, no, you can't send a lion.
Oh, people say that.
And that man.
People actually say if you can't send me a lion.
Beg your lion, beg your.
Wait, who are they begging the lion from?
From the viewers, them can't see.
From the whoever's on the live.
Who are watching on the live. So them know how much people on the live, and some of them who is on the live, because if you interact with them, your username will come up. And so probably after.
So what are they doing to earn these lions then? Any the TikTok video we see? Or
them claim they are entertaining you.
Well,
whether them sleeping, lie down in the bed with the yeah man, I shock me. Somebody who know more than me, comment, and educate this man, People set up them camera. And them sleep with you, and them pretend to sleep. And them just.
So you have a live pretending to sleep and people view that.
And people view that.
How's that entertaining?
What Mr. Some of the females will do, them can't reveal themselves naked. So them would dress a certain way and kind of tease. And tease the way them sit kind of half provocative. And draw the interest. So then some target this.
Right.
And thing. But it's all begging, silent begging, it's emotional begging, it's attitude begging, it's charisma begging, it's raw begging. just plain raw. Some do entertainment, dancing. Some try to be creative, make them content.
Yeah.
Have some interests, and some do educational stuff. Some real educational stuff.
Okay.
Some do eating. That Mr. Two Rastaman, them always a cuss.
Some do what?
Them two Rastaman, them always a cuss.
Jamaican.
Yeah, man, them always a cuss. That
Rastaman.
Yeah,
Rastaman.
Yeah, man.
TikTok.
Yeah, on any topic.
Rastaman on TikTok.
Yeah, man. Yeah, them always a cuss. So, me the on TikTok.
You know Rastaman.
Yeah?
You know Rastaman. You know.
No, but me I say me the on TikTok.
We know you on TikTok.
And me post most of my granddaughter. But me post like some football stuff and something there. I've never been on live. I don't know if we don't forget on live.
I've never done any live. Whether Facebook, IG, YouTube, I TikTok, so.
TikTok, I'm really going to go place. So I feel idle when I go on TikTok. Find something for entertainment, something for make me laugh.
Yeah, if the Chinese weren't involved, I probably would be on TikTok.
So because I'm not against the Chinese, probably have more against US and England more. Because
I don't trust the Chinese.
I don't trust none of them.
But I've
seen in this side of the world, Caribbean, I've seen more harm done to us from US to Grenada.
No. I'm worried about I'm worried about my information.
Yeah, I know.
Mind.
So I tell you why them not trust none of them. I don't trust none of them. So I just wolf come to different clothing to me.
But I have I've watched a lot of TikTok videos where people send to me.
Yeah, people it's about download part to it, we can go straight to WhatsApp.
No, it goes straight to the web browser. Any web browser.
No, I talk about the person who send it. No, I talk about the person who send it to you. No, the WhatsApp they receive. Right?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, WhatsApp.
It's a convenient thing to see sharing. And all video can do that. See, some of them have screen, you have to screenshot it.
Right. A lot of IG.
Turn it off, then sharing.
Yeah, a lot of IG video I do screen record. But I know nothing about TikTok.
Yeah, man, a big begging, and them have some challenge where yes, important for you to know with the begging. Me and you depend on live, right? Me depend live, I invite you to come on my live. So me and you depend live. And me and you go do something challenge. Challenge says which one of the better beggar. Win. So you have certain amount of minutes and the clock running down, probably 4 minutes or 3 minutes, or maybe 3 minutes.
And the competition is to who are the better beggar?
Yeah. So the gifters who can get more people to gift them in terms of the monetary value. Because remember, each gift have a point of the value.
Yeah.
And you see the value. Me I got 10,000, you the 9, and me got 20, you the 30, and when me I lose, me I get more excited, then me I get more animated. It just competitive and.
So TikTok built this into their platform.
Eh?
TikTok built this into their platform where two people on screen can beg, and they take turn begging, and
no, take turn and beg simultaneously.
But how you decide, and then you can decide who you want to.
No, man. I said, when you get invited, split the screen, right? Your people who in tune to your life.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're a gifters. And my people in tune to my life. Although may I see the two of them one time,
right?
But them individual, right? So, me depend on your page.
Mm-hmm.
If you somebody is upon, so you go.
Oh,
can garner the most gifters win. I play another game. I play best of 3, or best of 5, or best of 10.
Okay, so it can't
go 4. It can't go more than 4 too. It can't go 1.
So TikTok promote depraved behavior.
And guess what? People are making a life out of it.
Holy shit!
It's a job. People refer to. People say, "This is my job. This is my 9 to 5." And them have international matches, rankings. Top number 1 beggar in Jamaica, top beggar in the US.
Wait, they use the word beggar.
No. Beggars are used by the individuals. Right? Beggar this and beggar that. But officially,
what is it called?
Those words are not used. No.
What is it called?
Top ranker. Number 1 podium finished. 1, 2, 3 like Olympics. 1 start ranks. That's ranking start at 50, maybe 100, 200. Ranking have a number when you start rank. So you're there at the top something. And you climb up and you climb up and you climb up. And you climb up. And you climb up. And you climb up.
A job.
It's a job. It's a job. I talk about very dedicated.
I believe you. No, because they
on TikTok about a 24-hour day. Some of them probably go. They probably never. If you give them an 8 to 5 or a 9 to 5 job, an 8-hour job, say a day at Jamaica, them watch the clock from 10 o'clock. Them watch the clock for go home for 5 o'clock. On TikTok, they may go all 20 hours, 15 hours. They probably break, but when you calculate how much live hours them have for the day.
And you can see how much live hours, how long?
No. Sometimes you hear them talk in a conversation. And they on TikTok from 3 o'clock this morning. Or them come off a TikTok 2 o'clock last night. Or them will say 10 hours or 12 hours or 15 hours them do yesterday. That them are plan to do today. It's a job, it's dedication. And you have to rate them for that dedication. It's new world and new opportunity.
It's different, but begging.
Yeah, but look at them, I make money. So you find out a lot of YouTube people come over TikTok. I see people like, my brother in Paris. What name?
Who that?
In Paris.
Who?
Gallus in Paris.
Then it's so familiar.
Mark. The one the comedian, Mark, man. Mark, I was only go in there. You know the boy say, Mark, you know get them video there.
Yeah.
Gallus in Paris. Me say boy for YouTube, I would do well at YouTube. Migrating. TikTok soon that a place to be. Instagram look like it dead.
So, but I mean, I guess they're doing both.
Yeah, man, they're probably all 3. Yeah, probably all 3. But me see videos now are YouTubers over. So I guess where the crowd there, you have to migrate, For the viewers there, you have to.
This is something where Amazon.
I said Facebook was the place one time, and this is not a place again. So
Amazon have an influencer thing.
I mean, I know it,
It's a job.
Yeah.
I look at they're recruiting people for IG and TikTok.
Oh. If you dedicate it, you can make money.
No, because they I've had I don't know. Well, I don't know if it's real because I don't know why they want to reach out to me on IG to promote your product. I may not have that many followers, so we could honestly go to somebody else with thousands.
Yeah, so we can't influence. Your followers can't influence nobody, but a few.
I'm gonna say quite a few people are push Shein.
Shein is a clothing line, I think.
Stuff.
Shein, not a clothing line, but a clothing platform. I probably would say, yeah.
The clothes alone, them sell everything.
Them sell everything?
Everything.
I must see the girl them advertiser get from Shein. Yeah, I see a couple Shein influencers.
Yeah, and there's no Temu.
Temu,
Temu.
Oh, Temu. What them do? Clothes do?
Clothes and other stuff, electronics and all that.
I miss people get a product and unveil it from the packages and review it, test it, and I think that them want to do.
Yeah.
The buy.
Yes. So it's okay.
We soon get a call from YouTube. I said, yeah, man. I want to know to influence these users, our viewers on these products. So you're a growing channel, but you will grow faster if you add this, influencing aspect to your weekly program or in between the program. But it depends on what. If it's genuine and legit, and the products them are something where you can promote not the one me know self, not good.
Right.
It have to make sense. If it makes sense, I say, nothing.
But I've had at least 3 different offers. I must say, this have to be a scam. Not trusting people.
Yeah, I never get one yet.
Not trusting people.
I get one offer when I read. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I see what about something I'm just ignore.
Okay. Pan IGRTR.
Them email.
Oh.
Email probably associated with your the account, the IG account or something. You see, you get text, MMS. Phone number depend IG. You understand me? And you can do this and that. Most of them are at home. At the pop-up married and I
yeah.
So
remember get message in IG app. I don't remember. Get an email.
But
folks, sorry for strain, as we normally do.
Famous for it's not indiscipline. It talk your mind as it comes.
So it's just a regular
share the reasoning because these are things where we talk about off camera.
Naturally, yeah.
So right, let's incorporate some of that.
There's an authentic conversation, not scripted. I mean, none of our program that we have ever done is scripted.
And stick to and boundary and
no,
limited and regulated. No.
We don't even do research.
Online and live research.
We do live research.
Yeah. But a reasoning. Remember, I was invited to a reason because we had to do this. We had to do this at the beginning of COVID. Every day before we start tape. So we do every day. So it's just give you a window into what we do. So
it's just something normal that we're not recording. Just all.
And what we start with is for some, and we might venture into something else where the same people will start with, wow, we didn't want to know about this and really interested in that. So, you know, somebody out there will appreciate it. So just bear with us.
Yeah. Okay. But, anyway, you want to take it up, my friend?
Yeah. So, in summary, tonight's episode is about teachers' migration. I call it
Brain Train.
Brain Train. And but we wish them all the best. And as I said before, sometime in the near future, some of you have been there overseas for a period of time, which you can reconsider if you have accomplished most of the things all the things that you wish to accomplish. Being abroad, you can come back and rotate the thing, because it's nice to rotate. Some people leaving this year, some people coming back because they have been abroad for 10 years, 8 years. You understand what I'm saying? So you might look 800 this year and you get better quality because they were of quality leaving Jamaica.
We have a teacher leave and come back.
Yeah, but the number, that's the problem. The lack of report and data and the returnees. That's why I'm kind of faster than that, and I'm pushing that maybe the government can start say, oh, we lose 800 this year, but 300 come back and we are utilizing potential. You know, and the 300 come back with vast experience, and the 300 less than the 8, but at least you said it before correctly. They said it before. You can bounce things off of the inexperienced ones that are there with you. It's always good to have experienced people around you to coach you. So
it was good to have that number, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, to see how the cycle go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So may I encourage more people to do it? Give others a chance at their dream, at the pie. With the American dream, the Canadian dream, or the English dream.
Or the Chinese dream. I forgot.
A lot of them gone to China to teach English. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. So do nothing. Research on the thing and do nothing. But we want more returnees. Build on a house, set up on yourself, get a business, go out of the labor, and drop into the school system for the sake of our young ones. We want some more bright people. We like some bright kids. So we have to give them opportunity, especially when they have the knowledge and they have the opportunity. That's a disaster. So, yeah, a lot of things come together with it. We know the government is a key, the center to bring in investment for the jobs so that the knowledge no waste. All of that we are asked for. But this program was about the teachers in particular and not the whole pie. But those are aspects of the system. We touched on the SSL matter with some clarification on that. And we just do some research now, man. You hear something, to grab you, do some little homework on it, none around.
And because you support one political party, you're gonna just
and I see
shoot from the hip.
At the season of Jamaica, I see it ripe. They have thing ripe, man. I'm going to that topic because the Speaker of the House resigned yesterday because of something. Now I give it too much. Probably we'll talk about it next week. And probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, folks, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and engage with us. Let us know. All right. And again, thanks for joining us. Welcome our new subscribers.
Yep. Go the thing. We see some movement, encouraging movements. Few compared to other, but it's a great, great number for us. We appreciate one so much. I think there are 10,000 new followers. So we thank you. So until another time, this is Teach and Prof saying, wow, good.
And enjoy your weekend.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment.
And hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.